Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good to know, and welcome to the madness that is the Charlie Marx Show. I'm Charlie Marx, and I'd like 5 minutes in a room alone with Trump, Vance, and Musk. So much has been happening in the world that I just don't know where to begin. I will, however, try and get around to addressing some of the issues later on, if the world is still here. A quick reminder to please like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and follow the Charlie Marx Show. Also, please share, as sharing is daring. You can also leave me a comment, or why not join the show by telling me what's bugging you with the Devil's Advocate. I can also be spied upon by you visiting www.charliemarx.co.uk. So, coming up on tonight's show, we have all the latest fake news from around the world and beyond from the CM Newsroom. Story time with Sir Percival Homosexual reading a classic. And of course, moans and groans and things that go irk in the night with the Devil's Advocate. Plus lots more. But first, let's see if we can help someone in Viewer's Letter. Today's letter is a personal attack on me. I know this is hard to believe, as I am a totally lovely person. But being the professional that I is, I shall treat this viewer's letter with the respect and maturity it deserves. It reads, Dear Mr. Marx, I have been a continual watcher of the Charlie Marx Show since its beginning, and I am also a subscriber. The issue I have may not be as technical as other issues you have, but I feel that I have been left with no other option but to complain. Why are you not funny anymore? You used to be quite funny, although not as funny as the last council bill I received, but quite funny nonetheless. I hope that you manage to become funny again, as I would rather watch you than watch the guy who continually films the tower in Blackpool. Yours sincerely, Anonymous. Well, Mrs. Anonymous, or may I say, Mum, I have been very busy working on reworking my theatre musical titled Musical the Musical, which I shall put clips on the website along with the script at www.charliemarx.co.uk as soon as it's complete. And the mixing process has taken me longer than I expected. I would also like to point out that I would be funnier if I was not continually asked to fix things for you and Dad. But I don't want to make this personal, so I will just try my hardest to be, in this world of pain and uncertainty, funnier for you. I hope this helps. More next time if I can amuse you. And now let's delve into the mystic realms with Manfred the Psychic. Not so funny. Hello, my visitors to other side. I, Manfred the Psychic, and together with my spirit guide, Bob, we shall gaze into the unknown, which, if we see it, will become the known. Are you there, Bob? Bob is here. I have a warning for a man who, unless he becomes more funny, he will get smacked by his mother. I can also see that this same man should get his finger out and hurry up editing his musical, or he will never get it produced. I have a message for a woman who is living in fear from her neighbours. Mrs. Goldstein, you do not have to fear your neighbours, as they are lesbians, not Libyans. On the 32nd day of the 13th month, There will be an uprising from the people who smoke single-use vapes, as they will be banned by the evil leaders of government, and those vapors will become agitated, moody, and return to smoking cigarettes. Finally, a 12-year-old boy will discover the secret of time travel and will use it to return to the past, where he will use the technology to return an overdue library book, so he will save the £3.24 the following month. Good night. Welcome back to the Charlie Marx Show, you beautiful AI pretenders, you. Lots more to come, but first, time for all the latest fake news from around the world and beyond with CM News. Good evening, and welcome to CM News with me, Margaret Thatcher. Our top story. More trouble with Gaza as he is set to record another single following Fog in the Time. A new sitcom based on the life of God is set to begin production later this month. The part of God will be played by Donald Trump, God's wife will be played by Elon Musk, and the devil will be Vladimir Putin. Other cast members include the part of wayward son, Jesus, rumoured to be played by J.D. Vance, and boring neighbour, played by Keir Starmer. The sitcom... Oh, I'm sorry, there seems to be a typographical error made by the researchers. A new documentary is set to go into production next month. Local Egyptian councillor Ashat Marcel was in court today following allegations that he allowed his 12-year-old son to participate in a school flower arranging competition. The competition was only supposed to be eligible for those aged 9 to 11. Judge Apid Mapants sentenced the councillor and father of 16 to be hanged. Councillor Ashat Marcel said he was looking forward to getting a bit of peace and quiet. A lonely 22-year-old woman from Chichester is the first female in the UK to be recognised as a bin. The rather plain-looking 22-year-old, who has only 3 teeth and excruciatingly powerful body odour, said that she was fed up not having a boyfriend and was looking forward to getting taken out at least once a week on a Tuesday and picked up again on a Wednesday. Now let's take a look at the weather. Yes, it's still raining. And finally, some sport news just in, and Scotland has won the World Cup for the 8th time. Boy, can my son play that PlayStation. And that was the latest headlines. This is Margaret Thatcher for CM News. Good night. Thank you, Maggie. And more from the CM Newsroom next time. But now, my special guest. My guest this evening is currently on death row after committing the heinous crimes of first-degree idiotism with intent. Please welcome via satellite from a prison in Guantanamo Bay round the corner from Glasgow, Ronald Trumpet. Thank you for joining us at the Charlie Marx Show, Ronald. You're currently on death row for the sinister crime of first-degree idiotism with intent. What brought you here?
Well, you know, I'm probably the greatest idiot in the world. There's no idiot like me. No idiot at all like me. I am the greatest idiot in America. No one else. So what brought me here? It was a bus.
No, I mean, what brought you to being in death row?
Oh, I see. Well, the thing is, without saying anything that'll get me into more trouble, what brought me here was I didn't do anything. There was nothing that I did. I might have been caught, and I might have been guilty, but I didn't do it.
And when are you due to be killed?
They wanted to do it in a month's time, but I said, no. We can do it sooner. We'll get it done, because Biden didn't get it done. I can get it done.
Do you know by what method the state are going to kill you?
Yes, it was my choice. I said, now hear me out now. I said, I want to be run over by a car, a Tesla. So it's going to take a while, because we're trying to get a Tesla that won't go in fire, because they don't want to burn me. No burning. No.
There are many victims of your stupidity. Do you have any regrets?
Absolutely not. No. I have no regrets, because I will beat this. Even if they kill me, I will beat this. I will be a free man, even if I'm dead.
Some say that your plan to turn the site of Ground Zero in New York into a Russian Delhi was a bit stupid. What would you say to critics about this and your other plans?
Well, I can only speak the truth to you. Only speak the truth. And the truth of the matter is that Vladimir Putin is a nice guy. He is a great guy. He really is. If you get to know him like I know him, you will know he is a lovely, lovely man. So putting a deli there was a great idea. And I mean, they had to look. They had to give me bigger chains, because they said to me we could give him the little chains. No. Let's give him the big chains. He deserves the big chains.
There was also the crime of bullying Mr. Zelensky and saying that you were demanding protection money in the form of that you would stop bullying him if he agreed to change the name of the Ukraine to the United States of Tesla. How do you think the majority of human beings see this?
The people love me. They absolutely. I can stand here and I can say to you that if it wasn't for the people, this earth would be empty. Yes. So these people they idolize me because I'm the best president there's ever been. Ever. I am, without doubt, the only Donald president.
Some would say that you didn't work alone. I know that snitches get stitches. But can you?
Vladimir Putin, Elon Musk, and J.D. Vance.
And finally, are you allowed to receive gifts in prison when you're on death row?
Yeah, I get lots of gifts. Vladdy sent me his latest album. I don't have it to hand. It's somewhere, but yes, I get lots of ladies. Lots of ladies are sending me letters. I got the letter J, I got the letter D, and I got the letter Z. So yeah, lots of letters coming in. But are you thinking of buying me a gift?
No. Well, that's all we have time for. Join me next time for an interview not from a prison. But now it's time to slip into your pyjamas, get your cosy blanket, throw another weasel in the fire, and curl up on the sofa with a nice glass of wine as Sir Percival Homosexual has a lovely tale in Story Time.
Hello, children. Are you sitting comfortably, knowing that everyone hates you? Then we'll begin. Once upon a time that never happened in a place that doesn't exist, lived a little boy called, well, let's just call him Charlie Marx. He was very sad because his mummy, let's call her Mummy, said that he was not funny anymore. The truth was that one day whilst out playing with his girlfriend, let's call her Kylie Minogue, and whilst they were playing in the woods, Charlie suddenly realised that he had lost his humour. He started to cry, and Kylie asked him what was wrong. He told her that while they were playing, he must have dropped his humour, and without it, he would never be funny again. And if he was never funny again, then his mummy would stop feeding him and he would die. Or even lose weight. Kylie could see that Charlie was upset, so she agreed to put off making her new album whilst they looked for Charlie's humour. Charlie knew that by Kylie agreeing to do this, a lot of people around the world would be very grateful to him. They searched the woods high and low, and lower and higher, but they could not find his humour anywhere. Suddenly they saw a badger walking along a log. "Quick," said Kylie, "let's ask that badger if he's seen your humour on his trail." Charlie looked at her. "Two things, Kylie. Firstly, it's a badger and it can't speak. And secondly, you said let's ask him if he's seen my humour. It could be a female badger or a non-binary badger." Charlie walked away from Kylie, shaking his head, finally realising that he was not after Kylie for her music nor her brains. They continued to search the woods, and before too long, well, it was night time. It became dark. Both Kylie and Charlie were scared of the dark, especially when it happened at night, and they soon became lost. Many years passed, and they finally found their way out of the woods. Nobody even noticed that they had been missing. And when they returned, guess what, children? Guess what was in Charlie's pockets all along? That's right, boys and girls. A satellite navigation system that would have got them home a lot sooner. The end.
And Sir Percival will be back next time with another story that is based on fact and fiction. But now it's time for another roundup of moans and groans and things that go irk in the night in The Devil's Advocate. Did nobody see what I just saw? President Zelensky met with President Orange at the White House, and what followed was an American car crash. There are no words to describe the carnage which resulted from a supposed meeting between the heads of two countries who were supposedly trying to resolve the issue of war from the universal bad guy. If you'd been watching this as a movie and the opening titles read based on a true story, you would have sued the production company for lies beyond belief. President Zelensky sat, his eyes bearing the resemblance to that of a cat running up a dead-end street, only to be surrounded by a gang of leather-clad wearing dogs. I don't think that even Mr. Zelensky could believe how Trump and Vance were talking to him. You know when someone says something that is so incredibly unbelievable and you get lost for words? Well, that's how Zelensky must have felt. And even though Through all this, he sat poised and gracious as President Orange and JD Twat spoke to him in the way a school teacher would scold a child for misbehaving. Now, here's the big question. How did it end up becoming like a scene from a 90s prison series where the daddy and the gimp try and bully the new inmate with their pretend power? Of course, we all sat in the comfort of our own homes around the world hoping that at the end of this particular prison series, the new inmate would go all Jackie Chan on them and stand over their bruised and battered bodies saying something like, "The name's Zelensky. Kick-ass Zelensky." Why, oh why did none of Trump's advisors pull the plug the second it started looking like a disaster of a meeting? Why did nobody just laugh and make out that the whole thing was a hidden camera prank when it started going so bad? Why didn't God or Jesus appear and slap a plague of silence on Trump or Vance? Could the reason for the whole Jerry Springer-esque show have been the master plan of Vance's all along when he caught Trump crying because he was jealous of Zelensky's natural hair? Can we ever forget that this whole shambles played out on live TV to an audience who believed it was an April Fool in the middle of February? I believe the whole thing was sorted when Trump and Vance's parents were called up to the White House and told about their children's bullying and their bad behaviour. Then they were suspended. Well, one can at least hope that's how it played out. Thank you for watching the Charlie Marx Show. And remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, share and follow me on www.charliemarx.co.uk, where the new musical will be going up soon. So, until next time, if you're not watching the Charlie Marx Show, you could be bullied by the man from Del Monte.